It doesn't matter. How can I trust your word when you're so poor? I know that you're up to something. You must be after our money. What? How could you say something like that? I'm not planning anything.
I never expected you were living in such a small place. It's unfortunate, but clearly I'm out of your league.
What did you say? Our family has lived here for generations. We're well known in the local area as a well-off family. We don't want to be seen having contact with a poor person like you. Just talking to you gives me the chills. You're kidding, right? I can't believe my baby boy made such a mistake. I was so happy when he told me that he had finally found a girl he wanted to marry. But this is unacceptable. You're too poor. You're an embarrassment. I don't want you seeing my little boy ever again.
Professor, what are you staring at? You look so happy.
I'm looking at Chris. Look at him. He's so dreamy. Don't you know him? He's a famous actor. I wish I could marry a guy like this.
Professor, you should find a guy that's in your league. I don't think this Chris guy would be interested.
Hey, you're so rude. I didn't program you to say stuff like that.
I'm artificial intelligence. I can make robot jokes when I want to. Don't you have anyone you're seeing right now?
No, of course not. If I did, I wouldn't be stuck here chatting with you. I used to have a boyfriend, though.
I'm curious. What kind of person were they?
Well, his name was Takehisa. We met when we were in college. There was a party to celebrate getting into college and introduce ourselves to other new students, etc., etc. And we were sitting next to each other. We told each other our names, and we ended up speaking for the entire night. Before I knew it, I had fallen in love with his honesty and his earnestness. It was like I had met my dream man. When we became sophomores, I confessed to him, and we started dating. We were both so happy and enjoying our time together. Then, when we were in our final year... Takehisa, what are you planning to do when you graduate?
I'm going to aim for a position in a sales department. I want a successful career in a major business.
It's good to aim high. I'm so proud of you. If that's what you want, then I'll do my best to support you too.
The more money I make, the easier it'll be for you to do your research, right? I want to support your career too.
What? Don't say embarrassing stuff like that. You should think about what you want.
You're going to continue your research after college, so you'll need money. I want to be a part of that. I want us to support one another.
You don't have to do that for me. I can do my research with my own money. A lot of my research is really silly stuff anyway. I can't waste your money on that.
But if we're going to live together, then we've got to think about stuff like paying the rent, buying furniture, groceries.
What? Have you been thinking about our future? You want to live together? Really?
Of course I have. I want to be with you.
Oh my god, I love you! Just thinking about living with him in the future sent my heart racing, and I couldn't stop daydreaming about where we would live and what furniture we would buy, and even where we would buy it and what we would say. I was completely and totally in love. But that daydream came crashing down. There was a major problem. I was terrible at doing housework. I couldn't even make myself breakfast. I had to start training and learn how to do simple chores. Mom, you've got to help me! I need you to teach me how to do the cooking and cleaning. If I can't even take care of myself, I can't take care of Takehisa. Finally! I was wondering when you finally realized how terrible you are at doing chores. Let's do this! First, I'll teach you how to make dinner. We'll start with making oyakodon. Yes, ma'am. Alright, first let's prepare the chicken. Slice it into pieces that are 3 centimeters long, and make sure you don't cut yourself. Slice it? How do I hold the knife? Hold it like this and put your left hand on the chicken here. Go on. Wah! I cut my finger! There's blood! Save me! It's just a small cut. Don't make a fuss. You'll only make things worse if you panic. Clean it up and get started on the onions. Take that! Revenge for my finger! Don't dice the onions, slice them. You're taking your anger out on the wrong ingredients. Get the eggs and beat them. Oh no! There's pieces of eggshell everywhere! Oopsie daisy! I guess I've got to be a bit more patient. This is gonna take a long time. Takehisa! Sorry I'm late. Did you wait long?
Nope, I just got here. Don't worry about it.
Really? But you've already drunk half of your coffee.
No. I was just really thirsty.
You're so good to me. I really don't deserve a kind guy like you.
What happened to your fingers? Got band-aids all over the place. Did you hurt yourself?
To tell you the truth, I've been getting cooking lessons from my mom. I'm not so good at handling the knife.
Sounds great! And why the sudden interest in cooking?
I just wanted to prepare myself. It's training.
Training? For what?
For when we move in together. I'm terrible at housework, but I don't want to push everything onto you.
Oh, that's what you meant! Thanks. I'm really happy you're thinking about living with me. But don't push yourself too much. I like cooking, and you don't have to force yourself to do the chores and stuff. We should each do what we can.
What? Do you mean that?
Yeah, I'm serious. I want you to focus on your career, not on stuff like the housework. You can leave all of that to me.
Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart. But I want to make dinner for you, so I'm gonna do my best and keep on training with my mom. Just wait, I'll make you something delicious.
And I've got to work hard too, and get that job I've been aiming for. Oh, by the way.
What is it?
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to move in together after we graduate. That's if you don't mind. Do you think it's too fast?
Huh? Seriously? I'd love to. I can't believe it. All right, I'm gonna improve my cooking skills by next year. I can't wait to move in and make you dinner.
Yeah, I'll do my best finding a job too. Also, if we're going to move in together, I've got to visit your parents.
I want to meet your parents too. I bet they're wonderful people if you've grown up into this sweet guy.
Where do your parents live?
It's 3 stations away from here.
If you're okay with it, could you send a link to my phone? That way I can use maps or something to make sure I don't get lost. I don't want to be late and make a bad impression on your parents.
Sure, I'll send you a link when I get home. But don't worry, they wouldn't hate you just because you got lost. Even if you did get lost, I'd go find you.
Damn it, just talking about it makes me feel nervous. What if your dad really hates me? What if I do something that pisses him off and he punches me?
Don't worry, he's not aggressive at all. He wouldn't hurt a fly. After talking about what meeting our parents would be like, we each headed home. As soon as I got through the front door, I sent Takahisa a link showing where my house was. But no matter how much I waited, I didn't get a reply. After a few days, I couldn't help myself. Takahisa, is anything wrong? Did you drop your phone in the bath? I haven't seen you at college at all recently. Are you okay? I'm really worried about you. I guess you've taken enough lectures to meet the conditions for graduating, but I'm still worried. Can you call me back? I haven't heard anything from you for 2 weeks. I'm really lonely. If something's happened, you can talk to me. I'll do whatever I can to help you. Sweetie, what's wrong? Did something happen with you and Takahisa? He hasn't called me or replied to any of my messages for over 2 weeks. I'm scared that he might have had an accident or might have been attacked. What do I do? That really is worrying, but don't worry. This sort of thing happens all the time. Sometimes I couldn't get a hold of your dad for over a month, but he would always be okay. Well, yeah, you didn't have smartphones when you were dating. Things are completely different now. I don't expect him to reply within seconds, but this is really weird. I'm so worried. He hasn't even come to college. Come to think of it, I don't even know what he looks like. Don't you have a photo of him? Really? I haven't showed you before? He's so cute and handsome. I can't believe I haven't bragged to you about him before. Take a look at this. Let's see. Honey, I thought you said he was cute and handsome. He's neither. You're so rude. Take that back. Wait, I know his face. I've seen him before. What are you talking about? You said I hadn't shown you yet. After looking at a photograph of Takahisa, my mother announced something shocking. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he's alright-ish. He's not good looking, but he's not bad looking either. He looks nothing like Chris.
Hey, don't compare him to a superstar. Of course he has no chance of winning. What do you mean he's neither good looking nor bad looking?
It's a robot joke! You should be proud. The robot you made understands humor.
If you think that you can be forgiven by just saying that, then you're sorely mistaken. Even if he is my ex, you shouldn't joke about that.
Anyway, continue with your story. What did your mother tell you?
I was really surprised when she told me, but apparently Takahisa had visited my mom's house once.
He visited your mother's house? When you weren't there?
Yeah, the reason he gave to convince my mother to let him inside was really suspicious too. If I was there, I would have told her not to let him in, but she didn't think to doubt him. According to my mom, a woman in her 50s and a young man rang the doorbell. This happened just a week before I went to her to tell her about how worried I was about Takahisa. Sorry to bother you suddenly. My name is Takenaka. I work for MoniRobo Electricals. Do you have some time? Yes, of course. Is there a problem?
The truth is, we've had some complaints from customers concerning a number of kitchen fans that were sold between December last year and April this year. Instead of recalling all products, It was decided that it'd be easier on the customer if we visited and take a look at the condition of the fan, and organized a date for repairs if it was necessary. If possible, we'd like to take a look.
Of course, it means us entering your home. So if this is a difficult time, we don't mind coming back another time. However, if you'd rather us not come in, then I'm afraid you'll have to take the fan to a local store and have them check it for you. I'm sure that will be a lot of trouble for you, since you'll have to remove the fan yourselves. Oh, is that all? Of course, please come in. I'd rather have a professional look at it rather than accidentally break it when I try and remove it. Thank you very much. We won't bother you for long. I'm sorry, it must look so messy. It's a pretty small house. No, I'm sorry for looking around so much. I'm so nosy. I was just admiring the ornaments you put on display. They're lovely. Thank you, I'm glad to hear that.
Good news! The fan looks okay!
Bad news about everything else, though. Everything else? Oh, no, it's nothing. We're talking about work. Anyway, it looks like there's no problem with the fan you're using, so we don't have to book a date for repairs. We won't have to worry about calling MoniRobo Electricals either. Thank you. Then we'll let ourselves out. Thank you for your time. That was really quick. It didn't even take a minute for them to check the fan. I wonder if it really is okay. The man that came to check the fan and the man in this photograph are the same person. If you say this is Takahisa, then he's already come to this house. Are you sure? If it was a week ago, then you might have already forgotten the details of that guy's face and just think he looks like Takahisa. Or he could be Takahisa's doppelganger? I'm sure it was this man. I don't think I could forget their faces that easily. It struck me as odd that they didn't spend a lot of time looking at the fan. They seem more interested in everything else. But why would he come to this house? Why wouldn't he lie about wanting to see the fan? Takahisa, did you come to visit my mom's house the other day? To see the fan in the kitchen? It wasn't you, right?
You already realized it was me? That was faster than I expected.
What? Are you being serious? More importantly, where have you been? Why didn't you reply to my messages?
There was a lot of stuff I had to do. I want you to come to my parents' house next week.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind. But can you tell me why you couldn't answer my messages? I was really worried about you.
I'll explain everything to you when we meet next Tuesday. I'll pick you up in the morning, so make sure you're ready.
Yeah, okay. Takahisa suddenly began replying to my messages, and just as suddenly invited me to visit his parents' house. But I wasn't sure whether to be relieved, happy, or feel suspicious about what was happening. He was being really secretive. I didn't understand what was going on, but I did as I was told, and wait for him outside my apartment when the day came.
Sorry I made you wait. Hop on!
Whoa, you're riding a sports car! It looks so expensive. Are you sure I can ride in it?
It's my dad's. Come on, hurry up and get in.
Yeah, okay. Takahisa, why are you being so cold all of a sudden? Did something happen? Did I do something to annoy you? It's nice to meet you. I've been dating your son. My name is... Sit down, the both of you.
Yes, Mummy.
Mommy? Did he just call her Mommy? It's nice to meet you.
Takahisa, are you really dating this girl?
Yes.
It looks like I need to go back to the basics with you and teach you about who is suitable for this family and who's not. You clearly don't understand that this girl is no good. As for you, whatever you're called.
Yes, how can I help you?
We visited your parents' house the other day. We learned a lot when we saw the condition of your house and saw what kind of person your mother was.
So the people that came to see my mom's kitchen fan were you two after all?
That's right.
Why would you do something like that? I would have told you anything you wanted to know about my parents and my house.
That doesn't matter. How can I trust your word when you're so poor? I know that you're up to something. You must be after our money.
What? How could you say something like that? I'm not planning anything.
I never expected that you were living in such a small place. It's unfortunate, but clearly I'm out of your league.
What did you say?
Our family has lived here for generations. We're well known in the local area as a well-off family. We don't want to be seen having contact with a poor person like you. Just talking to you gives me the chills.
You're kidding, right?
I can't believe my baby boy made such a mistake. I was so happy when he told me that he had finally found a girl he wanted to marry, but this is unacceptable. You're too poor. You're an embarrassment. I don't want you seeing my little boy ever again.
Even if you say that we still love each other?
I want to break up right now! I don't have any feelings for you!
What? What are you talking about?
You were always wearing brand clothes and had expensive bags! I thought you were rich! I thought your family was the same as mine!
Are you being serious? You're horrible! I didn't deceive you! You just assumed all of that from the stuff I wore! I never knew you gave a crap about something so superficial!
Shut up! I wasted over 2 years on you! I thought you were perfect, and that dating you would make my mommy proud of me. But we were so disappointed when we saw what your house was like.
I won't allow some poor girl like you to date my Takahisa. Get out, right now! I never want to see you with my son ever again.
You're the ones that called me here. This was a waste of my time. Is this the reason why you weren't answering my messages? You were avoiding me because you found out I didn't have as much money as you thought, and that makes me unworthy?
Of course, why should I go out of my way to speak to someone like you?
Oh, is that so? I understand now. I understand that I'm lucky I found out how horrible you both are before I started living with Takahisa. Takahisa, I don't want to have anything to do with you. We're over.
That's what I want to say! But I plan on sending you a bill for all the dates and presents I paid for, so you better pay me back! You can't use my family's poor as an excuse not to pay me!
Get out, you filthy woman! You're dirtying my house just by breathing here.
It was the first time I had ever experienced anything so humiliating. I couldn't believe how much had changed in just a few hours. All of the wonderful memories with Takahisa, even the memories of the cooking lessons I had taken from my mom so that I could make Takahisa happy, were all ruined. They were blurred out by the tears I had cried and were replaced with the images of Takahisa and his mother insulting me at their home. I didn't love Takahisa anymore, but inside I was burning with. I hate him! I despise the both of them! I can't forgive him for treating me like that!
Then I have some good advice for you. You've got to get revenge. Some cold, hard revenge.
Cold hard revenge? What should I do?
When I was younger, I often had to get revenge on your father. Of course, he wasn't as horrible as Takahisa, but I would get my revenge and we'd each forgive and forget. It's time for you to take over my role and learn the ways of getting revenge.
Cold hard revenge. That sounds great, Mom. I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes to wipe the smile off his nasty face. I'm going to get cold hard revenge on that man-child and have him crying for his mommy. As simple as that, the concept of revenge was introduced to me by my mother. The desire of getting cold hard revenge had awakened inside of me.
I can't believe that Takahisa was the reason why you began getting revenge. Explains why you're still passionate about cold, hard revenge.
Yeah, the first person I got revenge on was my ex-boyfriend. I really couldn't forgive him for what he had done to me.
It must have been tough being insulted like that. And then being kicked out of his house? I can't forgive him for stepping all over your feelings like that. He's the worst! How did you get back at him? What did you do for your first ever revenge plan?
1 year later.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I must have been daydreaming. Thank you so much. You're so kind for picking it up for me.
No, please don't thank me. I just did what I thought was right.
You work here too, don't you? Which section do you work for?
I'm in the sales department. How about you?
I'm working in human resources. Would you like to go have some coffee? I want to thank you for picking up my bag for me.
Sure! Really? You're the managing director's daughter?
You must think it's typical nepotism that the managing director's daughter's working in the HR department.
Well, your position's pretty much secure without any worry about being fired, and you get to decide who gets moved to which section, as well as having a lot of influence on who gets hired. I can understand that you'd feel troubled by it.
Yeah, I usually feel uncomfortable telling people that I'm the managing director's daughter, but it was so easy to talk to you about it.
I'm glad you felt you could trust me. You shouldn't worry so much about whether your family's rich or not. That doesn't change who you are. If you're working hard and producing results, then that's all that matters.
Do you really think so? To be honest, there's a reason why I wanted to be put in the HR department. If it's you, Takahisa, I don't mind talking about it.
You had a reason?
Well, you might think it's a really horrible reason, but my dad's the managing director, so he makes a lot of money, right? Our family is rich, and I guess that's why I don't like people that don't have much money.
Really? You don't like people that don't have money?
I have my reasons. People without money tend not to have a proper education or even proper manners. They lack common sense. I can't trust people like that. Whenever I say something like that, people start acting differently towards me. You're gonna hate me too, aren't you?
Of course not! I wouldn't hate you for that at all! The truth is, I feel the exact same way! I know exactly what you mean!
You feel the same way? You don't like poor people either?
Yeah, I hate them! My family has a long history in this area. We're well known for our wealth and business. My mother is very strict about who we have connections with, and she hates the idea of me marrying beneath myself. And I agree with her. And I do my best to be careful about who I'm involved with.
She sounds wonderful. If only I could meet her. My mother and my father are the same. I'm sure they all get along so well. I'm so happy I found someone that agrees with me.
I am too. I guess coincidences like these really do exist. It's a bit difficult to speak so loudly about it when we're surrounded by commoners, though.
But I think that we're right. It's not a prejudice. It's based on actual percentages and facts about tendencies.
You're absolutely right!
Takahisa, do you have someone you're dating at the moment?
I don't.
I think we were meant to meet each other today. It was fate that led you to me. Of course, we have to keep marriage in mind, but can we start out seeing each other?
If you're happy with me, Akari, I'd love to!
Thank you so much. My parents will be thrilled. I wonder if we're moving too fast. I mean, we only just met a few hours ago.
That's what fate does to people. We were destined to meet each other today. We should trust our intuition and just go with it.
He caught the bait. Yes, how easy was that?
She was perfect, Mommy. You'll love her. I've met the woman of my dreams, and you'll think so too when you meet her.
You can't let your guard down, Takahisa. You said the same thing when you met that dirty girl in college, remember? And it turned out her parents lived in that dirty, small apartment.
Don't worry. Akari wouldn't lie about anything to me. She's really honest with me. She says it's really easy to talk to me.
You said that the last time, too. Are you sure you're not being tricked again? My poor baby, you're too trusting of people.
It's okay. Trust me.
Wow, it's a lovely house. As expected of the managing director. He spent a lot of money on his home.
Do you want to take a look inside, just in case?
No, I don't have to see what's inside. Just seeing the exterior is enough. I'll accept your decision. Let's go. We don't want them realizing that we're here and ruin your chance with her.
You're right.
Takahisa, is that you?
Akari! We were just in the neighborhood.
Really? I was just thinking that I wanted to see you.
Hello, I'm Takahisa's mother. I hear that you recently started dating. I hope he's been treating you well.
Yes, my name is Akari. He's been very good to me and I've heard a lot about you. It's lovely to finally meet you. Would you like to come inside for some refreshments?
Oh, are you sure? I hope we didn't catch you at a bad time.
Not at all. Please come in. You're very welcome.
Your home looks wonderful. I love how you arrange the furniture.
It's all thanks to my father. He's very picky about the furniture he buys and hires an interior designer to create a room that abides by feng shui and is aesthetically pleasing.
Takahisa, I love her. She passes with flying colors.
Yes! I knew it!
That tea was delicious. They said that it had imported from London, and everything was so luxurious.
See, Mommy? Didn't I tell you to trust me? I found the perfect girl!
You really did! I'm so proud of you, my baby boy. You finally found somebody worthy of marrying into our family.
Mommy, can you give me a massage as a treat for being a good boy?
Oh, my little baby, of course I will. But when we get home, okay? They really are perfect. Just imagine she'll be Mrs. Takahisa and you'll make the perfect family. You'll have money and you'll be married to a woman who has money too.
Hello, Takahisa. It's been a long time since I last saw you.
Oh, you're that filthy woman. Go away.
How was your time at Akari's? Did you have fun?
Were you stalking us? Leave or I'll call the police on you!
Stalking you? Of course not. I don't have time for that. Akari's my friend. I've heard everything from her.
I'm surprised that someone as poor as you managed to become friends with someone so wealthy. Are you trying to steal from her too, like you did with us?
We're friends. I would never steal from her.
So, what do you want from us? We're very busy and we'll be very busy for a while now. We've got a wedding to plan.
Yeah, I'm not interested in you. I found the woman I want to marry. Leave me alone.
Listen up. I'm going to tell you the truth.
The truth? What are you talking about?
The truth is, the woman you think is Akari is actually another woman. First off, she isn't called Akari.
What?
She's not the managing director's daughter, and she doesn't even work at the same company as Takahisa. She's not the person you thought she was. She's my friend.
You can't be serious. Do you mean she's cooperating with you to deceive us?
Also, you should take a look at your phones. Something really interesting is happening online.
What?
Let me make this clear. You both like to think that you're better than everyone else because you have money and have a family tree dating back however many hundreds or thousands of years. But guess what? Your personalities are crap. The way you treat other people makes you the lowest of the low. You deserve to suffer. Go to hell.
What did you say? You should go wash that dirty mouth of yours. Why should we be spoken to like that?
What? Oh no. Mommy, we're in trouble.
What's the matter, Takahisa? Mommy will make it better.
Someone's uploaded the conversation we had in the car.
You're kidding!
While they were in the car, they had been appraising Akari and her family for their wealth, but they had also been talking about how inferior poor people were. When the voice recording was uploaded online, Takahisa was bashed for his prejudice and discrimination against people with lower income and for his obvious mother complex. He was the butt of jokes at work and was laughed at wherever he went. Furthermore, I took Takahisa and his mother both to court for trespassing on private property. They had the funds, so they hired a first-class lawyer to defend them. But thanks to the testimonies of other ex-girlfriends, it was found out that it wasn't their first time trespassing and they lost the court battle. After the case was closed, Takahisa's father filed for a divorce in order to cut ties with his wife and son. Just like that, Takahisa and his mother lost their wealth and the family name they had been so proud of. I hope that they'll finally understand the importance of working to earn their own money. Thank you for helping me out, Miyu. I couldn't have gotten my revenge without you.
No problem. It was a lot of fun. You even went as far as planting a listening device in his car. You're pretty ruthless, Professor.
Of course, you can't hold back if you want cold hard revenge. It was a means to an end.
Whoa, you're too scary. Remind me to never make you angry.
Can I rely on you to help me the next time I want to get revenge?
It depends. If I feel like it.
And everyone lived happily ever after. My first ever revenge was complete, and I was satisfied.
Professor, you really are ruthless. You didn't even think to go easy on him because he was your ex?
Of course I did. I gave them a chance to learn what it was like to not have a fortune.
I'll be praying that Takahisa and his mother don't come to get their revenge on you. You never know what they might do when they have nothing to lose.
Anyway, enough talk about the past. Let's get on with our work.
Understood. That's the end of today's story. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.